2 weeks, 4 IVs, 6 roommates, and a whole lot of doctors. Hello everybody, it's your girl Cena Louise back again with another video. This week's topic is very personal. I did try to record the video earlier and I got super emotional. But as you can tell by the title, I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. So yeah, like 2 weeks, 4 IVs, 6 roommates, and a whole lot of doctors. Whew. So February 13th was the day, and I apologize, I'm doing laundry, so if you can hear that banging noise, that is the dryer. But the 13th of February, the day right before Valentine's Day, I had gotten rushed to the hospital. Excuse my appearance if I look tired or anything. I'm recovering from being in the hospital. Oh, and look at that, the dryer stopped. But I am recovering. The recovery process is 4 to 6 weeks, they're telling me. I didn't believe them, but sadly I have to believe them. Why were you in the hospital? Honestly, we were figuring it out every day. So on the 13th, I had woken up and my stomach was like, I wouldn't say it hurt, but when I woke up, I always check my body because I'm going through weight loss and I'm doing a weight drain. So in the morning of, I touched my stomach and I noticed that it was hard. And I was like, why is my stomach hard? Like, I've never experienced that. And my boyfriend was like, my stomach's hard too. But like, he's skinny, so obviously. And I was like, for you, that's normal. For me, that's not normal. And the thing about it was just like, I knew something was wrong, but you know, all of us, we just push stuff aside. So I let it, like, I didn't think anything of it. And then as the day started progressing, I started noticing more things happening. The whole day I wasn't really hungry. Like, I didn't have an appetite. I didn't really want to eat anything. Excuse me. And mind you, I had just gotten off of my period, or he calls it a dot. Some people call it a menstrual cycle. I call it a period. So we gonna act like adults because I'm gonna have to talk about some stuff. So I just got off my period. So I just assumed it was normal period stuff I was going through. Like, my appetite changes over that. But I was like, okay, maybe cramping, maybe I'm just like cramping weird today. So mind you, it was like the end of my cycle. So I'm letting the day progress, and as the day's going on, I start feeling like really nauseous. Like, I didn't want to drink anything. I didn't want to eat anything. I didn't have an appetite to have anything touch my mouth. So I want to say it was 6 o'clock when I started getting these sharp pains in my stomach, and it just started hurting. I was laying down all day because I didn't have work or anything to do. And then when did it really get bad? I want to say 9 o'clock. It started to go downhill. 10 o'clock was when it was horrendous. I was laying on my bed. I had chilled, like I was freezing, couldn't warm up, kept going to the bathroom. And at this point, I had diarrhea out of nowhere, which is weird when you don't eat. Like, normally, like, something you would eat would trigger that. So that's why I'm confused. And it's just liquid, like, just coming out. And I'm gonna, yeah. So this is why I put that little TMI warning. If you don't eat nothing while we talking about this, if you're going to be immature, please click out of the video. And if you're going to be negative, also, please click out the video. But, so that was happening. And then I start vomiting, like, and this, like, I'm retching. My whole body is going. And it's not food. It's like yellow, it's weird. Yellow and green are coming out of my body. Mind you, I haven't eaten anything all day. So I'm making myself dehydrated, which also messes with your body temperatures and your blood. So that's probably why I had chills. I felt like I was thrown outside in the winter. I'm under this cover. I don't know if y'all can see it. If y'all can see that over here, I'm gonna tilt the camera. So that right there is a thermal heated blanket. So it has, there's 2 plug-in spots because it's a queen size, and you can change temperatures. I had both sides all the way on 8. It goes all the way to 10, but I had it on 8 because I had this comforter right here, and I had the little blanket sheet. So all those, and I'm bundled in them, and I'm still shivering. I can't drink. Every liquid that touches my mouth, I'm throwing up. And I just couldn't. So at that point, I'm laying on the bed throwing up. And I had called my boyfriend, and I was like, I need to go to the hospital. Like, can you please take me to the hospital? Something's really wrong with me. And I was bundled up. I had a sweater, a shirt, didn't have a bra on because, like, I wasn't worried about that. So I had a sweatshirt, a shirt, and a blanket wrapped around me and my scarf and glasses on. Mind you, how I'm walking, I'm going to show you. Please, like I said, do not mind my appearance. I've been on bed rest. So I'm wearing sweats and a crop top, and I look a hot mess. But I walked into the hospital literally like this. And I was like, I need help. I said, I can't sit up. I keep throwing up. I keep going to the bathroom. I'm cold. And I didn't know, I didn't know what was wrong with me. I really didn't. People thought it was kidney stones. That's what the first lady had told me. And I was scared on that because I've had friends go through that. But I was like, I never knew she experienced something like this. So that was the first night. I was just in the ER. And finally, I got there at like 11:30. They admitted me into the hospital in the morning. It was like, I want to say 4 in the morning. They admitted me into the hospital, into a room. But while I was in the ER, they had to do CAT scan. They had an IV in me because right when you're in the ER, they put IV in for like liquids and fluids just in case something were to happen. Mind you, I needed them because I was super dehydrated. But I had an IV in, and then they did CAT scans. They did an ultrasound to see what was going on in my stomach because they assumed it was kidney stones. So they wanted to see my abdomen. They did tests. They kept asking me if I was pregnant. No, I'm not pregnant. They kept saying, would there be a reason? No, there's no reason I would be pregnant. So they're like, okay, so if she's not pregnant, what the heck is going on? If it's not pregnant, if it's not kidney stones, what's going on? So they did the ultrasound of my abdomen, and when the results came back, they see all this fluid in my stomach, like in my abdomen area. That's why I couldn't sit up. So now all the questions come of, they thought my liver got cut. They don't know where the fluid's coming from. They kept asking me if I was in an abusive relationship. I've just gotten into a new relationship. Not abusive at all. It's a blessing that I'm in this relationship. And my previous relationship was a little rough, but that's a story for another day. But as far as that was a while ago, so I knew that I was like, no, none of that. That couldn't have been the reason for all this fluid in my stomach. So now they're trying to figure out, why is she sick? She doesn't have a fever. Blood pressure is normal. What else do they check? Heart rate is normal. but I got chills. I keep throwing up. Things are still coming out of my body. They have to figure out what's going on. So now I'm the lab rat. So they draw blood like 4 or 5 times a freaking day. And I do not like needles. So every time they come to try and poke me and stick me with a needle, I'm sitting here like, what the heck? I'm drugged up on all this pain medicine and all of this, yeah, at the first it was just pain medicine. And then comes, they sent, so let me rewind. So now we're on after all that, they told me what the issue was. I'm on pain medicine. They gave me antibiotics to try and fix whatever they thought happened. And come the 17th, I was ready to go. So I lied, which now I know I'm not supposed to do. I had lied about my health and said I was perfectly fine. And I was ready to go home. I said, yeah, I feel great. I'm definitely able to go home. No problems. Mind you, when I got discharged, it was in the morning. I was so happy to leave. But when my boyfriend went to go get the car, I was throwing up. I didn't tell him. I didn't tell a doctor. I didn't tell anybody. But what happened was the smell of someone's food had hit my nose. And it was like food that normally would smell good. It was a cheesesteak and fries with ketchup. I don't eat ketchup, so that's probably what triggered it. The smell of that hit my nose right when I smelled it, because we were in the lobby. I was waiting to leave. Just start throwing up. And they have these little hospital blue, it's like not hard, but it's like a plastic lid, and it's a blue bag. So that's a vomit bag. So I'm throwing up in that. And right before he came and got me, I just threw it out in the trash can. I'm sitting there trying to recover myself, looking like I'm fine. And then we go home. I come home to my apartment, and I start, I get up the stairs fine. I'm trying to eat and trying to take my medicine, but something's still wrong. Like, I'm still not feeling good. I'm still throwing up. Come nighttime, I can't sleep. I was home for 3 days and 2 nights before I said, For those 3 days and 2 nights, I had no sleep. I had gotten maybe an hour of sleep in all of that time. So the morning, I forget what day it was, but the one morning, I had woken up, I think this was, since I said the 17th, I think it was like the 20th. I had woke up and I said, I need to go back to the hospital. I said, I threw up all night. I was in the bathroom all night. I need to go back to the hospital. So I go back to the ER. I'm waiting. The ER is horrendous where I live. Like, horrendous. So I'm sitting there and waiting. Finally, like 6 hours later, I want to say, I get into a bed in the ER. They get IV in me, start pumping fluids in me. All my doctors that were helping me before, they noticed that I was back. They saw my name and everything. And so now here's more tests. They're trying to figure out what's going on, what's wrong with me. And sorry, I'm starting to get hot and tired, but so I'm gonna sum this up. But it was, what happened? Oh yeah, so this day while I'm in the ER, they're depriving me of water and food because they're about to take all these tests. And I didn't know this, but I found out later on that they thought they were gonna have to go and do surgery on me. So that's why they deprived me of food and water for 24 hours. I'm sitting there mad. I'm getting IVs, and after a while they stopped the IVs. No, they were still giving me IVs, but like when your lips and mouth and tongue are dry, you feel like you're just dying. And I shouldn't laugh at that because I literally did almost die. The doctor's paperwork, I almost died, and I almost killed myself because I lied to go home. So, brief intermission message, please don't play about your health. Your health is a very, 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 very serious thing. Your health is one of the most important things about you. So please go to the doctor, get checked up regularly, everything. Make sure you have doctors for everything you need, dentists, vision, all the 9 yards, because your health is the only thing that we really truly have. This experience has made me value my health a lot more. Luckily, my asthma didn't bother me this entire time I'm going through all this, but rewind back to after I was in the ER. 12 hours later of being in the ER, they finally get me a room, and I get admitted onto another floor. Oh yeah, I meant to say two different floors too. So they admit me to another floor in the hospital, and they're monitoring all my pain and stuff. So I'm still drugged up on all these pain medicines. So I'm like, and it sucks because I do have memory issues, which I will make another video about that. That was the only other time I've been in the hospital. So when that all happened, like, since I'm high on all this medicine, a lot of things are happening. I'm blacking out. I keep going to sleep. I don't remember a lot of things are happening. But what did happen? Oh yeah, so once they put me in the room, they told me the results, that there was fluid in my stomach, and then they're saying that they have to drain the fluid because they don't know, and the medicine that they were giving me was actually making me sick. Not making me sick, but it didn't seem like it was fixing the problem. I was still sick. So now they told me I had to get a procedure done, and I had to get fluid drained from my abdomen. So my anxiety starts freaking out. They have to give me anxiety medicine, which calmed me down. Because like, while I'm laying in this one, they take me to this room and they take me back to the ER. There's like 10 doctors that come into the room. I recognize half of them, but it's still overwhelming because I'm by myself. My boyfriend had to go to work, but every single day he was by my side. But at this time he was at work. So I'm by myself freaking out. So they gave me anxiety medicine. I calmed down. The one doctor that, he was like a familiar face. He kept popping in. He was like, I'm her doctor. I'm here to make sure she's okay. He was right there. So then the one lady, she had to drain. They numbed me. The needle hurt like, ooh. So luckily I didn't see it, but like they told me the needle was big. So I have I'm gonna insert a picture. Let me scooch over a little bit. So I'm gonna insert a picture right over here about all that jazz. So the picture is going to be inserted right here, and it's going to show, this was the procedure. They drained fluids. They had 2 marks, and they got 3 samples. But the thing that they were saying, she said when she drew the fluid, I saw them. It was 3 different colors. And the fluid, she said it was too thick to drain all of it. So that's why they were saying I was in so much pain, because something ruptured in my digestive system, like whatever that area is, my whole abdomen, and it gave me pain, what I think it was all the vomiting that I was doing and the position that I was in vomiting. I might have been a rib might have punctured. I don't know, something might happen. But so now what I can say, the diagnosis they gave me was I had a why am I going blank right now? I had a infection in my digestive system. I had my whole digestive system shut down on me. If y'all know science, anatomy, the body, you can't live without your digestive system. So in other words, at 23 years old, I almost died. And I'm sorry, but the pain that I went through and I'm going through is a pain that I would never, ever wish on anybody. Not even my worst enemy. I'm 23 and I gotta act like an old woman. I need help. I needed help getting out of bed. I needed help standing. I needed help walking. I needed help bathing. I had to wear a grown-up diaper. I couldn't even stand up straight for a week. And I still can't even stand up straight. And it's March 5th. This experience has really broken me down. But all I know is that there's nothing that can stop me now. Oh, I'm a lot stronger than I can say I was before. Even though I'm sitting here crying. Crying don't make you weak. Even though a lot of people may think crying makes you weak. It takes a strong person to cry. It takes a strong person to be transparent. It takes a strong person to sit here and tell y'all that I was broken. But all I can say is God bless the fact that I'm still alive. I prayed every day while I was in there. So to relate this to my weight loss journey, not that I didn't take it serious before, but health is taken a little differently. So in a couple weeks, once I do recover, I will be taking you with me on figuring out new things, because food scares me. A lot of different things scare me, but that's fear. Don't let fear stop you. Fear is a great thing to strengthen you. So in the fact that I'm very fearful of a lot of different things, I am very optimistic now about a lot of things. The glass is half full. I've overcome a lot of situations. And through this situation, me and my dad reconnected. So that's a blessing. But I'm not going to make this video too long. Also, because I do need to keep resting. I am on bed rest, which is annoying. But I just wanted to let y'all know what was going on. I haven't posted in a month. I wanted to be super consistent when I started this, but life happens, health happened, and I did get sick. So please bear with me. I will be posting. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm appreciating all the support because my weight loss video is going crazy right now. While I was in the hospital, it just started blowing up out of nowhere. And right now, as we speak, it's almost at 5K, which is crazy. Like, I just set up my camera and started talking. So I'm very appreciative for all the support I have. If you are spiritual, religious, whatever the case may be, please do pray for me. Every prayer is a blessing. I appreciate it all. It'll help me in my recovery. Like I said, I'm not for the negativity. So if you've got any negative comments, please do not write them. If you have any questions, I'm not up for answering any other questions besides what I did tell you on the video, to be honest. So I just wanted to let y'all know I'm still here. I'm still gonna be posting. Just bear with me, and I'm getting better. Day by day, it's a process, and this is teaching me patience too, but each day I get better. Each day I get stronger. So we're gonna do this, y'all. But love you guys, and thanks for this.